Today, the moon continues in Capricorn just after Saturn stations retrograde in Aries on Sunday. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Monday, July 27th. We are heading into Wednesday morning's exact full moon in Aquarius. But before we get there, we have these days from Sunday through Tuesday of the moon in Capricorn, pushing us a little bit through some of the hard places. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. The moon forms a square to Saturn on Monday, a little bit before noon Pacific. So that square of the moon to Saturn further kind of makes what already feels a little bit pressury makes it a little squeezier, and as we move through, just a reminder, as we move through some of these hard things to confront, whatever that might be that's showing up for you, what's showing up is inviting us to attend to our foundational stability. So as we work on the Capricorn things that feel challenging, that feel uncomfortable maybe, or like we are having to work hard for it, that is also helping us sort of shore up the foundations of who we are being. And this is very important as we move through these times of change with the upcoming Aquarius full moon on Wednesday. Really potent activation of the outer planet cradle that is the story of this summer, not to mention the story of this decade, not to mention it's extraordinarily rare and thousands of years, in fact, since things have aligned exactly this way. But you know, they're always aligning somehow, right? Anyway, what's so important about this summer is that this alignment is so close to exact and so focused in a future orientation. Now, you may or may not feel that in your immediate personal life, but in the bigger picture, what's happening is that these doors are opening that are getting us to look toward the future, that are really asking us, what do you want that future to be? How do you want it to look? And how are you living your life and engaging with what is showing up in your life, in your home life, in your work life, in your relationships, in whatever is kind of coming to the surface to be confronted. So all of those things have to do with who we are being as we collectively look toward the future. So the things that we're working on, the things that we're healing at deeper levels, are helping us be the person we need to be to steer things in the direction we want the future to go. So today's Capricorn moon in a square to Saturn in Aries, which is just stationed retrograde, is all very heightened Saturnian energy. And Saturn is the planet of boundaries and limitations and the hard realities that we have to confront sometimes. And the purpose of the limitations that we experience in the physical world is that it really encourages us. I don't know if encourage is the right word, but it really pushes us, I guess, to get stronger. So you know how you have to go pump the weights to build up muscle, right? It doesn't happen without effort. That is the energy of Saturn. It's like you have to do the things that need to be done. You have to put in the hard work. You have to be willing to confront the things that maybe are a little bit uncomfortable to look at inside of yourself. And by doing that, you are actually creating a stronger, more resilient foundation that will sustain and support you going forward and help you to be the person you are becoming and the person you need to be to participate in the future and help shape the future in the ways you want to see it go. So a little bit hard energies today, but remember, it all has to do with how you are building your foundations, how you are getting clearer, cleaner, more focused in how you are being in the world so that you can be your best self in the long run. So this is all long run focused, and the energy of Saturn is also about planning, about getting organized. So what supports you? Getting things in order in ways that sustain you going forward. So those are my thoughts for today. Thanks for being here. Check out my recent podcast episode all about the upcoming Aquarius full moon on Wednesday, July 29th. Just extraordinarily rich, potent energies happening with this full moon. You may be feeling them already, as a matter of fact. So look at that podcast or listen to that podcast for all the details and what you need to know about the full moon, this week's full moon in Aquarius, why it's so important and meaningful as we move through these times of change. That's episode 8. Check it out. On transformationalastrology.com is where you can find all of my podcast episodes, as well as Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You will find Astrology Heals and all about the Aquarius full moon in episode 8. Thanks again for being here and for subscribing to this YouTube channel. I am Marina Orms, and I am here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. And you can find more depth and looking at the bigger picture in my new podcast. I will see you next time. Bye for now.